Welcome back, everybody. I'm Rebecca Martinez, and today we're gonna do the second soup of the 4 spring soup series, all made in the slow cooker. Today, I have a leek and potato soup, a very classic UK soup for you all today, so let's get to it. So now we're gonna be doing a little bit of washing the vegetables. Our main vegetables are obviously leeks and potatoes. So the leeks are very long vegetables with a really long green stem, but we're gonna cut part of it off because a lot of that really fibrous green stem we don't want in the soup. It's gonna be concentrated on the white end to where it kind of starts to turn green. I like to include a little bit of it just because it's a preference. So we're gonna chop them and then I'm gonna show you how to clean them because they do get a lot of dirt trapped in the very small crevices of the vegetable. So we're gonna do that. We have to cut it kind of finely to make sure that dirt doesn't make it into the soup. So these white stems are really good for veggie broth, but they do have a considerable amount of dirt in the roots. So I just sometimes compost them. For the potatoes, because we're making this in a slow cooker, I just roughly chop them. It actually works really easy. And you just, whatever is gonna fit in your slow cooker. They can be as large or as small as you want them. We're gonna lightly blend everything at the end. So for time's sake, I would just say roughly chop them. All right, so we're gonna fry our leeks in just a little bit of olive oil. This olive oil, my husband, who's filming, got this from Greece. And it's the best. It's got a really pungent olive oil flavor. Obviously, y'all are not gonna get this, but I am gonna fry the leeks up. It adds depth to the flavor of the soup. It chars them a little bit, and I think actually has a nicer leek flavor. So we're gonna do that really quick. So just use olive oil or avocado oil, anything that's unsaturated that you might have in your house. So the leeks are cooked up and now we just add everything to our slow cooker. This takes like 10 minutes. So this is kind of the beauty of it. You don't have to hover over the stove to assemble everything. The leeks we just fried up, they look really nice, almost caramelized, but also silky smooth. Just want to add those all to, wow, that's kind of hot. Ow. We're gonna add 3 pounds of the chopped Yukon potatoes, totally washed. Dump them in there. Super easy, beautiful. They look so nice. The contrasting colors of the green and the really lovely yellow of the potatoes. Chef's kiss. All right, spices. Got some lovely, easy spices for you all today. 1.5 tablespoons of herbes de Provence, 1/2 tablespoon of dried parsley. You can use fresh if you want to top the soup fresh. I didn't have any fresh, so we're just gonna add it to the soup. Salt, pepper, whatever you prefer. I like iodized salt or kosher salt, and then about 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Not too spicy though. This is just kind of for flavor and texture. Just gonna dump that all over. And this can also be made overnight, so just a heads up. For protein, because that is the word of the internet when it comes to food, we're gonna be adding cannellini beans. 2 cans, which are 3 full cups of cannellini beans already cooked. I don't even really bother to rinse them. I rinse them just a little bit to get rid of the excess water, but I'm lazy, so we're just gonna dump them in there. And they come out much quicker. If you want to rinse them, go for it, but I don't really feel like that's totally necessary. Boom. Cannellini beans are in. A really nice protein, really nice fiber. This will also add to the creaminess of the soup because we're not going to be adding dairy because everything here is plant-based, but we will be adding cashews as well to add a little bit of extra fat, but the creaminess of the beans works really well. All right, and then this is my veggie broth. I have a full video on how to make this veggie broth on YouTube. You can also make veggie bouillon powder, but sometimes if I plan really well in advance, I will make veggie broth the night before I make a soup, and then I don't have to freeze anything. It's literally in the refrigerator ready for me to just grab and go. So this is how you really add flavor to a soup like this because it kind of has very basic ingredients. We're not adding onion, we're not adding garlic, we're not adding aromatic. I like to add 8 to 10 cups of vegetable broth. However, you can add more. This is completely up to you and depends on what you'd like. If you're using, for example, store-bought veggie broth, I actually think it makes a lot of sense to add, let's say, 2 containers of store-bought veggie broth and then add water for the rest. All right, now we're gonna add a 1/2 cup's worth of cashew cream. This has a little bit of garlic in it because I had made this previously. It's honestly a salad dressing, but I'm gonna add it to the soup because it works just the same. It's basically just blended cashews, nice, delicious, healthy fats that will add natural creaminess to the soup. You can use a 1.5 cups of raw cashews and dump it into the mixture because we're gonna pulverize it anyway in the blender once it's done cooking. You can use my notorious cashew cream cubes that are frozen and you keep them in the freezer until you need to use them. So we're just gonna dump this all in and then give it a good mix. Now we're just gonna set the slow cooker. You can do this overnight. That's probably easiest, best, less work in the day, but I'm gonna do this during the day. I'm gonna cook it on low for 8 to 10 hours, probably 8 because it's kind of the middle of the day. Or if you wanna do high, you can do 5 hours on high. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching the video to its entirety. I hope you did. It really helps the platform out. This has been our super easy, delicious, slow cooker, vegan leek and potato soup. I hope it's beneficial to you. It'll be really nice to have this soup anytime, but in the spring, it's definitely the most applicable. To help out this video, make sure to give it a like, comment down below what you think about this recipe, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss full recipes every single Saturday. See you next time.